military men are hot as fuck. I'm going to agree with a subscriber. She calls herself Krista Carrington. And she left a comment on the dating video, which I'll post up here, saying there are a lot of sexy ASF, conservative military types in San Diego. Liberal men are not attractive physically or mentally. Might as well date a female. I'm going to agree. I've met some lesbian females that are much more masculine than any liberal male. I'm going to agree. Coronado is near San Diego. That's where I would look. If conservative men figure out you're liberal, they won't want to date you. And then she goes on to say that she doesn't live in San Diego, but if she were, she would find out where the special operations and SEALs train. I've had that idea before too. From what I understand, they do a lot of training exercises in Coronado. That's true, that's where they do it. But also I think some at Camp Pendleton, because there's a beach right there too. The men that train them are older and they stay there year round. I think they do a lot of military dog training as well. Fascinating in my opinion. And then here's the key part. I require a brave, strong, and most importantly, stable man. I agree with this. I can tell you men with military backgrounds or that are active military are much fitter and tend to shy away from alcohol and late nights. Most of them wake up at 4:30 a.m., whether they have to or not. That's super attractive. So they're very disciplined as well, from my experience. I actually have a wild side, and I do much better when I'm with someone like that. I love that. I like a man who's brave, strong, and stable, and his career matters. And all the guys whining in the comments, there are women who don't care about that. So that's what she cares about, and I relate to that. I care about that too. Brave, strong, stable, physically, mentally, emotionally stable, financially stable. Is very attractive to me. Those are the qualities. It's not just about a guy's looks or his money. The military guys don't make much money at all, you guys. And some of them are really short, but they're brave, strong, and stable. Yeah, I love military guys, even though I'm opposed to wars. But yeah, I live near Carlsbad, so Coronado's like almost an hour drive. And years ago, when I was like really exploring a lot more about dating and meeting men, I went out there a few times, and mostly what I encountered were resident locals and a lot of tourists. And I really, I'm not going to go on the base. I can't get on the base anyway, where they probably do a lot of their training. And often you can't identify the SEALs just from walking around. I don't know. It's just, I have come across them a couple times on Bumble, but some of them also have emotional issues. A lot of the military guys I found have emotional issues because they choose careers in which they're deployed a lot, they're away from their families a lot, there's a lot of divorce. And I did actually go out a couple times with someone who was a major lieutenant, I think it was a major lieutenant in the Marine Corps, and he was an alcoholic actually. Yes. And he was very traumatized by the wars he had to fight, so he ended up leaving. A lot of these guys have PTSD. There's another Marine guy I went out with a few times. His ex-wife was an alcoholic, and he was just very all over the place in terms of his emotional unavailability. He was interested in me, but he could never really get together. I think he was cheating on his girlfriend at the time. I'm not sure. There were just some weird things. There was another one who was a commander up at Camp Pendleton of the amphibious force. Like, he was super freaking hot. And the morning of our date, he texted me to cancel. So I've had a lot of, I've gone out with some drill instructors. A lot of these guys are very emotionally unstable and not good relationship types. Even though from looking at them, they seem hot, a lot of them have a lot of issues. There's another guy that was super hot. He was an alcoholic. He was all over the place, especially some of the younger ones. There are a lot of emotional instability there. And also, I'm not for war, and they're deployed a lot. Between the times that they're gone for training, which they have to go away for training out in the field, they go in the field, and the times they're on deployment, they're often gone a lot. So you're basically a single girlfriend or a single wife. And it's very hard on relationships. Oh, yeah, where I used to live, there was a family, and he was in charge of one of the ships, and he was gone a lot. And she was an alcoholic, actually. She ended up divorcing him when she got sober. So, yeah, I mean, yes, they have that physical competence and that career success and that drive, which is very attractive. But that's only one part of a man. How is he in a relationship? And men who choose careers where they're on a ship or deployed, they don't want to be in a relationship, because men who want to have a family life, they choose careers that allow a family life. Like, I see that with younger men. They specifically will choose a career. If they want to have a family and be there with their kids, they will choose a career that allows that. They, if they might choose to become a pediatrician rather than a surgeon, let's say, for that specific reason. Or they may choose to work for someone rather than be an entrepreneur for that reason, because they value their free time, for their hobbies, for their family, for their wife. So that's why I don't want to date a military guy, for all those reasons. Maybe a retired military guy, but having gone through war is very traumatizing to people. So a lot of them have a lot of damage. But I don't mean to put her point down, because there could still be some good ones in the group. And they definitely are very fit and attractive. Those qualities of getting up early, of discipline, competence, bravery, and stability are very attractive.